awkward silences, a man who needs no introduction. Hi, I'm Michael Raymond with Radiant Technology Solutions. I'm your small business IT support guy. As I have had my tech betray me all weekend long between my cell phone dying and my work laptop dying. So I'm going to do this with just one slide. Uh, you know, um, Sorry. Okay, just making sure. I was like, that was a quick 8 minutes. So I figured to throw up half of our team. That's actually that's a Michael with a 5-day-old that's now a year-old. Anyway, going to talk a little bit about who we are, mainly because I could list off everything we do, but that would take longer than 8 minutes, and y'all would be asleep by about 2 minutes in. So rather than that, except that, if it's something to do at a small business with a computer problem, we can help, either set up, fix, whatever. As for our technical specifications, we got, 25 plus years of experience in the company, more certifications than you've heard of, probably a lot of them not really have that much point, but we've got experience. And I say, it's not your job to know that. It's your job to get your job done and for us to take over the IT problem things, not your entire company. I don't want to get into lawn care. Every time I do, I scrape up my knees. It's not a good time. So our goal is to be your IT department, right, for your company, to take over that problem, let you handle what you want to do, and makes you money, and then makes us money as a result. Because of that, I want to talk about kind of what separates us. Again, average person doesn't need to know the difference between IT specifications, who's got CompTIA certs, all that malarkey. It's important, but when you're going to buy somebody, or somebody is griping about their current company, it's not going to change much. What we are, and what does set us apart, is we are small business, focused on small business. We are people that you can pick up the phone and talk to. We've got, 5 of us now, and I'm about the most socially awkward of all of us, so that should hopefully be a not the lowest bar to step over, but get you somewhere. One of the things that's always been important for me in my professional career, and it's one of the reasons I joined Radiant and work with them, is that the mission statement kind of you can fix somebody's problem, that's great, but if you don't fix their day, you haven't done anything. Too many IT people in my field show up, slap a sticky note on the computer and say, I did it, and walk away. And you come back still frustrated at your problem. They haven't spoken to you. You've got all that frustration, and maybe they fixed the right problem because they didn't talk to you, and maybe you don't feel heard. And the next time you call them, you're at that level of frustration still. And then it just goes up from there. And soon you're only calling for big problems when you're already pissed off. Everybody has a terrible time and nothing goes well. We can't get ahead of things. So it's our goal to make sure, because a huge portion of this job is customer service, not just technical. So it's a big portion of our job to talk to you, figure out what's actually wrong, fix that problem, make sure you test it, that you feel it's fixed, and that just see if we got any other time, any other problems like we can handle. You pay for the half hour, might as well use it to your fullest, right? Other professions say that. I'm sure Jeff has a joke about it, or Jeremy. Or Jeremiah, sorry. It's that's kind of what our goal is that. And because we work primarily with small businesses, one of the other gripes I get is people will come to me and go, yeah, my last IT guy, I always felt like he had bigger customers than me. I'd call in with a problem, and I get it's not a huge deal to them, but it was to me. It's my only computer. One of the things we know, and we're working to maintain as we grow, is we know you. We know, oh, this person has 2 computers for their office, or it's January 31st, December 31st, and their accountant's computer just went down. This is all hands on deck. Or I had it Friday, and I feel terrible about this. I'm actually headed out right after this to it. Somebody's bookkeeper's second monitor went down. Okay, he's still got one. His computer works. Yeah, no, it's end of the year. and you need both monitors. If you're working on one thing and another, yeah, no, it was so. Those are priorities to us. Nobody's going to go, you've got other computers. We understand that's not your computer going down. That's your business going down, and we work to resolve it. So if you're talking to somebody and you hear them, make the complaints of, I just keep getting some random person. I have to keep like explaining who I am to them. If you're getting complaints or you hear someone complain about the whole I feel like I'm not their biggest customer. If you get the, he does the work, but like it's always an issue, or you see somebody who's got like a dozen small things that are clearly frustrating them with their computer and they're not talking to somebody about it. Those are the people that work really well for me to get in the door with. And whether that's email or text or phone call, or you just dropping my card and saying, when you finally have enough, call this guy. I'm happy for any referral. For residential stuff, only thing I ask is just ask them to call our main number. Residential stuff usually is helped by a quick turnaround, and if someone on my team that isn't necessarily just me can help them out, I know it's important to have that personal touch as well. But I'm in this business to help people, and unfortunately, I get tied up in stuff. So I'd rather a quicker turnaround, and we've got some folks who are only on phone specifically for that. So anyway, the guy in the fun hat there, sorry, the guy on the left in the fun hat, that's Ron. That's the owner of the company and a close friend of mine. His daughter Hannah, who handles the phones and bookkeeping. If you've worked with us, you've probably had her ask for money from you. Then me, as you know, introduction not needed. Anthony there, he's another one of our older techs who is often in the field. He usually, if it's not me showing up somewhere, it's him. We also recently, this past year, added Doug, who primarily works in the phones. He's one of our more junior techs, and Carlos, who actually operates out of Honduras. But clear accent. Don't worry, this isn't a call center in India kind of situation. He knows his stuff, and he's a good talk. He's better in English than I am, clearly. And then we've got Claire also, who handles, who might be the first person you get when you call. She works out of South Africa as well. But yeah, I'm going to give you guys a minute back. Thank you very much for listening to me ramble, and I'm here if you ever have an issue. Have a great one.